Morning, it's a little before 6. Got up, had a pretty uneventful night. I was a little chilly. Got up, got my coat on, put my night socks on. Slept okay, legs were aching, hips were aching. It was a hard day yesterday. Knocked the fire back up. Had a little leak of our crown apple. Luckily it was in a Ziploc bag in the bear canister. So we didn't lose it all, but it would have been a crime if we did. We would have been a disaster. We would have had to go home. Gonna have some coffee. We have a Mountain House breakfast skillet. Looks like it's gonna be a decent day. See how far we go. Sun's up, having some coffee, had some breakfast. Looks like it's gonna be a nice day. This is our view for the morning. Goal today, well, I don't know, 10 or 12 miles. Have a nice, easy, relaxing hike as compared to yesterday. And then a nice night.
Your cords are from.
So, this is Chair Rock Flow. This is where we stayed last night. It's very pretty, as you can see. Nice little bridge to cross. It is 8 o'clock in the morning. We're headed out. Beautiful view. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. Say hi, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
8 o'clock Friday morning. We're on the South Bay Trail. Heading out. Shouldn't be too bad of a day. 10, 12 miles. Depends on how we feel. What the campsites look like as we get there. This is a nice trail. We're a little bit of up, but we're looking at the water over there. A little dark, a little foresty, but it's pretty.
Kathy crossing. We've crossed about 1,000 of these things. It's wet in here. Hopefully she'll fall.
The biggest challenge is because your pack is heavy. So
Pack's heavy. If you put your poles in the mud, they sink.
they sink.
And you go down with them.
And yay, I made it. This is about the 100th time we've had to cross something like that, huh, Kev?
Mm-hmm.
So another beautiful spot on this trail. The bridge here. That is gorgeous up there. Boy, it looks like you could have a lot of fun here in the warm weather. I mean, it's warm today, but it's not summery warm. That is beautiful. You turn around and you look down here. There's lots of big flat rocks. Waterfall. This is just absolutely gorgeous. What a beautiful place.
I don't know what this is called, but it's pretty. I can't. Yeah, I don't know what time is it, about 9 o'clock? 9 o'clock. We're heading to somewhere, High Falls. This isn't it. I wish it was, because I'm tired and only walked 2 miles. Okay, goodbye.
So two things. First of all, there's lots of toads here, which I'm really glad to see. Look at, there he goes. Second of all, whoever told us this trail is flat, lied.
Yeah, it's silly.
This trail, okay, maybe it's not like huge, like mountain elevation, but you do a lot of uppies. Yesterday had a lot, today had a lot. Already, we just started out. The only place that didn't have a lot of ups was between Wanakina and Cranberry. And that's because I had a couple miles of road.
A little truck on dog.
Oh yeah, there was that little chunk too. Yep. Yep. So onward and upward. So we're on the South Bay Trail. We've been doing a lot of switchbacks and we were wondering why. And then we realized this is why. I know on video you can't comprehend how tall this is. But this is huge, huge rock. I wouldn't want to try to get down that. There's Kevin. Having a little pack issues today. He doesn't have any hips or any butt, so he can't keep his pack up. Sliding down, bothering him. So we made it to Olmsted Pond, taking a break. Way over there, there's a guy in a canoe. This is a really pretty spot. Nice big rock in the middle. There's a campsite right here behind us. We've done, oh, I don't know, 5 miles or so. It's 10 o'clock. Gonna take a break, have a Snickers bar and a drink of water, and keep moving. So we're hiking along around Olmsted Pond. Just stopped for a snack and a break. And beautiful. There's 2 really nice campsites there. Walking through a little bit of mud. Some ups and downs. Getting warmer out. Bugs still aren't too bad until you stop. Then they kind of suck. But plan your stops right. Where the breeze is, like any place around the water, you're good. Our next break, I think, is someplace called Glaspie Pond. We'll see when we get there. There's nice beavers have created this. And there goes Kevin, squishing through the mud. Heading away from Olmsted Pond. We're heading to Glaspie, I don't know, something like that. And then probably on to Cat Mountain. By then we'll be looking for a campsite. It is 11:22. We've done like 5.5 miles. I'd like to do about 5.5 more before we're done. We're pretty much in the woods right now. It's gonna be probably the next 4 miles in the woods. Bugs aren't too bad if you don't stop. If you stop, the mosquitoes bring out all their friends. Other than that, still moving along. Here goes Kevin, refilling our water. We do filter our water with a Sawyer filter. We've actually filtered right out of some pretty nasty ponds, everything else. So this is kind of cool. It's like a sliding rock. Kevin's gonna try to reach the waterfall without falling in. And there we go. This is more difficult than it seems because he's got probably 35 pounds on his back. Filter on. Ice cold, he said, so we'll get a drink. On our way to Cowhorn Pond, walking through the forest. Pretty much all we've been doing since we left Olmsted Pond. It's not Kevin's day. His pants are falling down. His gaiters are riding up. And he stepped in the water and soaked his foot. Pack doesn't feel right. He's not a happy guy. He steps on a root and turns around and gives it the stink eye because he's mad at it. Still hiking along. We've gone almost 9 miles. We went by, we were gonna stop it. It was, where were we gonna stop? Cowhorn Pond. It said, the map said there was a lean-to there, but what they neglected to tell you was that the lean-to was a 1/4 mile off the trail. So you take that 1/4 mile off the trail, and then a 1/4 mile to get back on the trail, you've added a 1/2 mile. Might not seem like a lot, but throw 30 pounds on your back and walk 9 miles, and you don't want to go on an extra foot even. So now we're walking on. There's a primitive campsite at Cat Mountain Pond. We're hoping that that is a decent place because we'd like to stop and eat some lunch. The problem is, if you stop in the woods right here, our friends the mosquitoes find you. They're not bad while you're walking, but when you stop, they show up. So we'd really like to find like by the water with a breeze, stop and eat some lunch and decide if we're gonna go any further. We made it to Cat Mountain Pond. I believe that's Cat Mountain across from us. Pond is pretty. Campsite's behind me. Deer flies are kind of shitty here. Having a little peanut butter and jelly on a wrap and drink. So today we've gone from where we stayed last night, which was Chair Rock Flow, right there. We went all along here. Oops, where's my finger? Olmsted Pond. We passed Cowhorn Pond. We're at Cat Mountain Pond right now. Now this is just an okay campsite. Here's where our dilemma lies. We could go to Glaspie Pond, which is another couple miles. If that campsite sucks, the next campsite is like another 4 miles after that, which would mean 6 more miles. We're about almost 10 miles in now. That would put us at a 16-mile day. I have to agree with a lot of other people. I don't think this is a 50-miler because say we stay at Glaspie Pond right here, we still have all this way to go to get back to Wanakina. We'll see what happens. So, still trucking along. We just stopped at Cowhorn Pond. Didn't really like the campsite there. A lot of deer flies. Decided not to stay. We're hiking through the woods and climbing another hill to get to Glaspie Pond. See what that campsite's like. If that one sucks, the next ones are like 4 miles away after that. So, oh, here we go with another uphill. Let me see if I can show you that. Here we are at Glaspie Pond. It actually is a very beautiful pond. You can see the reflection in the water. There's Kevin. Campsite's up there. Ran into another hiker. I think we're the only ones doing the 50 right now. We know there's a group behind us. He's ahead of us. He's a little younger than us. He's going a lot farther. He went up Cat Mountain too. We decided not to take the detour. Looks like we've decided not to stay here. We're gonna hike 4 more miles and head for High Falls. So we're moving right along right now. We're on the trail headed to High Falls. The reason why we're moving so fast is because the deer flies have arrived, and there's a ton of them. If you're walking, they just circle around you. If you stop, you're dead meat. So we're hoofing it along. I think we've got about 3 miles left to go to High Falls, and then looks like there's like 4 campsites. We'll just make do with whatever's there. So this is a fun part of the trail. Ankle twisters, mud, logs where they tried to help you stay out of the mud. Whew. I think we got about a mile or two to go. We'll see. There's a lot of different miles. DEC miles, Garmin miles, leg miles. I don't know. We'll get there one way or another. What we're talking about. Get out of the fire. Oh, under the lock. So here we are in our second campsite of the day. The first one was right in the middle of a canoe carry, and before we could even take our tent out, there were people walking right through the middle of our campsite. So we came down here. I don't know, there's some water over there. There's our tent. The deer flies are absolutely horrendous, driving us crazy. We had an option to cut the 50 short and turn right, and it would have been like 3.5 miles, and we would have been in Wanakina. And we chose to finish the 50, which we're now regretting. The bugs are just driving us crazy in this campsite. Deer flies, not much of anything else. But get up tomorrow morning. We got 9 miles to finish it. Hopefully we'll get some sleep tonight. Got a Widowmaker. Look at that, hanging right over our tent. And we're deep in the woods. Campsite's all set up, tent's ready. Deer flies have gone away. Sun's starting to go down a little bit. We're tired. We're wishing we'd have taken that shortcut, cut it a little bit, and we'd have been in the car on the way home by now. Got 9 miles tomorrow morning. Probably not a good sleep tonight. Doesn't matter, we'll just finish it up tomorrow. We're both tired, stinky, sweaty, dirty. We've had enough. The hardest part, we've both decided the hardest part about this trip is that the campsites aren't spaced very well. And when you get here, the campsites are pretty rough. They're really shitty. So that, I think, is the most difficult part. Our last campfire of the trip. Kevin rubbing his muscles. They hurt. And sitting on the bear canister as a stool. There's our tent. There's a big tree that's probably gonna fall down and kill us. There's the trail out. No, I know. There is the Oswegatchie River. It's really red. It's flowing along pretty good. Upstream a bit is the High Falls. We did see those. They're pretty, they're nice, they're loud. The sun is just going down behind the trees. We have 9 miles to go to finish tomorrow morning. That's where our car is. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna get up. I know we're gonna get up early. We're gonna shove everything in our backpacks and we're gonna try to finish those 9 miles and get home. We're
3 hours.
3 hours, Kevin says. We're tired. We're ready to go home. The trail is good. The locations of the sites aren't the best. I wish we knew a little bit more about the sites before we went out. You live and you learn, I guess. Right, Kevy?
Yeah, what we'll do is we'll put a video up of a review of this, so everybody knows at least the campsites we stopped at, which ones do stop at, and which ones I wouldn't bother with.
We actually took a 0.4 of a mile detour to come to High Falls because everything I read said, come to High Falls, come to High Falls. Oh, you don't miss it. And we got here and the lean-to was deep back in the woods. I don't like lean-tos anyway, skeeved us out. High Falls were just little tiny falls. The Oswegatchie River just going over some little falls. The place is riddled with bugs until the sun goes down. And the best place to camp was right in the middle of a canoe carry, where just as we sat our stuff down, 2 people came carrying canoes through. So you don't want to be sleeping there in the middle of the night and have people show up. So here we are, doing the best, making the best of what we can with what we have.
We got a little Crown Royal left.
Only got a little Crown Royal left.
Bottle.
Wait a minute. That's all we have left. That's kind of disappointing too. Our bed, a shower, a cold beer, all of them are sounding very, very good. I'm ready to get home. See you in the morning.
Well, I look like hell.
I always gonna take a picture.
There's
Yeah,
Kathy.
pretty good too,
She doesn't
aren't
look
I?
very much better. It's our last night. We are at High Falls. There's our fire. The Oswegatchie River. This was a half-mile off the trail, but we decided to do it. And kind of disappointed. Hindsight, I would have just kept going and looked for another one along the way because there's a few more on the map, but it is what it is now. This is the only private campsite that was here, and the only reason it's private is because there's a big old tree, if you can see it in the background there, fell over the path, and apparently nobody wants to take it. We bushwhacked around it and got here. There has been a lot of people here, you can tell. I had to cut a lot of wood, but overall it's been exhausting. It's been a challenge for sure. I mean, Kathy and I have both run 2 marathons, and I gotta tell you, this is tougher.
Yeah.
When you think?
Yeah, put 30 to 35 pounds on your back. It's a lot tougher.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we've lightened our load as we've gone, but you know, backpack sucks. It is what it is.
I would say if we had better campsite points, if we knew what the campsites were like and where we were actually going to stay, it would have made it easier.
That's true. And we'll post a review video, and after we're done, and collect our thoughts, and not miserable from hiking as many miles as we have, and hot. It actually got hot today. It was in the 70s today. It was hot.
I got blisters.
Kathy grabs her pole too hard,
Blister.
blisters her fingers. But
Oh,
9 miles to go in the morning. We'll knock this sucker out. We're gonna get up early and finish the 50. And when we're done, it's gonna be 57 more than likely. So, because we took a couple of side trails, but not bad in 3 days. So I'll talk to you later. See you in the morning.
we're having s'mores for a snack. It is 8:11. It's almost hiker midnight. You can see we're gonna make our little s'mores, and then we're gonna go to bed. We're gonna get up early. We're gonna kill these 9 miles, and then we're gonna be home. It is very pretty. Sunset behind the trees over the Oswegatchie. Let's see if there I can lighten it up a little bit. We're camping right here. In the background, you might be able to hear High Falls. I'm actually really excited to hear my hot tub. There's Kevin and our tent. Come on, you're the best thing we've seen. You can come. Come on. Mommy and Daddy and 2 little kids.
Did I sleep?
Yes.
Water's cold too.
Yes. Here's where we started, Wanakina. From Wanakina, we went up to Cranberry Lake, where we spent the night in the Stone Manor Motel on the bed made of cement. Then the next day, we hiked all the way around, all the way around to here, Chair Rock Flow. We spent the night there. That was actually a pretty good campsite. We liked that campsite. So then we hiked all the way down Olmsted Pond, past Cowhorn Pond, past Cat Mountain.
We were gonna stay at Cat Mountain Pond.
We were gonna
but
stay at Cat Mountain Pond.
That camp was right on the trail.
That camp was, yes, literally the trail walked right through the campsite. Glassby Pond was also, the trail walked right through it. And so here we are at High Falls. The lean-to sucks. It's way up off the water. The good spot to camp says no camping here. So, plus it's a canoe carry, so we had been there like 5 minutes and some guys carried their canoe through. So we're here for the night. Tomorrow morning we're gonna get up.
Well, we're not showing me what the campsite we're at. Is this one?
Is this one right here.
Yeah.
Yep. Tomorrow morning we're gonna get up. We're gonna hike to here. Then we're gonna face a really rough decision because we could cut right here and get to Wanakina. Or we could follow the 50 and go all the way around here and get to Wanakina.
Or we could come back and do that loop.
And we
to
could
finish
finish
it.
that another time because we're pretty freaking tired. Here we are, our last night in the tent. Tomorrow we're hitting that nitro and we're gonna wait. Tomorrow night we're gonna sleep in that king size bed with the memory foam mattress. And we're gonna soak in the hot tub. What are you looking at? Oh, fuck. Oh, there's the vents not open. I'm not getting up. Are you getting up?
I guess.
See you in the morning.